Excuse me, is your name Simon?
Yes, sir.
It is you. We went to school together.
This is my wife, Robin. This is, I didn't get your name.
Gordon Mosley. Gordo.
Gordo? Oh my God, I'm so sorry I didn't recognize you. It's been a very, very long time.
Well, thank you so much for being with us today for the gift. We're really excited, and you brought me a gift.
Yes.
I'm a little worried about this. Should I
think you should open it.
Should I open it?
Yeah,
All
totally,
right.
totally you should.
Just saw this film, and we're super impressed. I mean, you know, obviously this is your directorial debut as a feature, and of course we've seen you write and produce before, but this was intense and not quite what we expected either, right?
Good, in a good way.
In a great way.
It's totally, you know, part of the plan for me is, you know, as I've been working as an actor, but for the last 15 years in the background, I've been writing a lot and thinking about directing while sort of being behind other movies and helping to produce them. And so when I wrote this screenplay, it felt like the natural progression for me to get behind the camera on this one. It felt like the sort of movie that I'm very interested in, obviously, because I'd written it, but it's right in my wheelhouse, things that I'm interested in. And it felt like a contained enough story for me to kind of get behind the camera without too many moving parts. So it felt like the right time and the right thing to do.
And this wasn't quite what we thought either, because we thought we might be getting a violent thriller, you know, by looking at a violent horror movie. And it's not that exactly.
Yeah, what I was really interested in doing, you know, as I described to people leading up to the making of the movie, was that I was going to make a movie that was like an urban, suburban horror movie without blood, you know, like, you know, a psychological thriller. And I felt like, you know, I don't mind violent movies if the story is the right, is told from the right place, there's the right reason for it. And most of the thrillers I really enjoy are ones that have a social resonance or a social context that has some place or resonant place for me to kind of go into a movie, be entertained, but also take something away from it. So that's what I wanted to do. You know, I like scaring an audience, but I think that sometimes attention is best when things are mysterious and things are sort of unknown, and the unknown is often the most terrifying thing.
Now, one great thing about this film is the marketing campaign too. There's your character Gordo comes off as really creepy, which in the movie there's some moments where you question whether he really is a bad guy or creepy or not. But on social media, he's definitely creepy. He's been trolling me.
He's been trolling, yeah. Well, you're right, and one of the great things about the movie, and in the vein of mystery and not really being sure what's really going on in these kind of movies, is that, you know, we meet Gordo and he's a kind of a weird, creepy guy and he's very overbearing, but at the same time, is he really that bad a person? And you meet Jason's character who's like this sort of, you know, great winning, you know, businessman, great husband, but then is he really the great person that we perceive him to be? And those roles start to kind of shift and move. And at the center of it is this, you know, the wonderful Rebecca Hall playing Robin, who is trying to determine what the true story is the true history is between her husband and this guy, and just who she can trust, and if she can trust her own instincts. But yeah, in the great marketing campaign for this movie has sort of taken that to another level in the social media with Gordo sort of being aware of people's past. And, you know, there's this idea in the movie that, for me, that the encounter between Simon and Gordo is not you know, a long time stalking kind of attempt to find this bully. It's more of a chance encounter that actually has the opportunity for the two men to resolve in a good, positive, you know, way their history. And yet, because of particularly, you know, Simon's inability to look back and acknowledge the past, that's where the thrilling part of the movie starts. Like, well, if you're not going to be the better person, then let's see what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, and thank you for this gift. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, should I be worried? Oh, welcome to Mississippi. It's like coming home. I was actually born in Mississippi, so someone did Gordo did some research.
You think you're done with the past, but the past is not done with you.